if this one works. We may actually have an episode of Project Aquatic on our hands here. I'm pretty excited. Okay. We need more of everything, basically. This is not going to be enough supplies. Let's go back. We will grab some stuff. We'll make it work. Man, this is great. I think the last episode is actually saving. Maybe. We'll see. I don't really know how it works, I'll be honest. I need to do more mixer. Prep for Trollcraft, if you will, because I don't really know how I'm filming that yet. Probably through Mixer, but it's not consistent enough for me to... I don't know. I don't know. It's something we'll have to figure out as we go, I suppose. Okay, so like I have mycelium, so maybe we'll put a mycelium block there. Hello. Welcome back, Ethan. How are you? Why do you stream? What do you mean why? Why don't I just record? Or why do I stream, period? Like, what's the point? It's a few different. Also, I am great. Are you great? I mean, I'd agree with that. You're pretty great. You're a great guy. Oh. uh. Okay. Yes, how I was doing. Oh, okay. That's good. Well, that's great. It's great that you're great, but you're not great. Okay. I'm so torn. I don't know what to believe. Oh my god. Would you look at this lapis supply? This sad amount of lapis that we have. It's... Hey, listen, Mitchell. I may have to come and steal lapis. Like, I've never stolen lapis from someone, but we may have to do a lapis heist. All I'm saying, it may be necessary. But why do I stream? I'll answer both. Recording, I can't do because all the recording gear was originally hooked up to the laptop. So in order for me to record, I would need the laptop as well as the Xbox. And Ryder wouldn't have that slide. Although he would, I would not be able to record as frequently. And God knows I wouldn't have time to edit. So even though it's my laptop, I wouldn't be allowed. Period. Why do I do it at all? I think it's fun. And the reason I haven't been doing it as of late is really because of the mixer thing. I don't do it because I'm expecting to become a millionaire YouTuber. If I was doing that, I would feed. Trust me, I know the algorithms. I could do it. I just don't want to stoop that low. And it's also lazy. It would take a lot of effort to make a valid video, and that's not something I'm. Well, not a lot of effort, but you have to do something really stupid, and that's not me. So, yeah, but like, why do I write stories? It's kind of the same thing. Like, I'm not really expecting them to sell, or even for really people to read them. I just write because I enjoy doing it. Why do you play video games? It's the same thing. You know what I mean? That's really my only reasoning. Well, yeah, because well, you know what? Having no life sometimes, like, what if video games? You know, you say you don't have a life, but you've chosen to put your life into gaming. Same as me, kind of. I mean, I have friends and stuff, but a lot of them I wouldn't call a lot. Like I have some friends who are outside of like the gaming thing that we have here, and that's great. And then I have like a lot of people that I know, but I wouldn't consider them like close friends. It's more or less like people I talk to at school. Well, that's good. I mean, at least you have a friend outside of us, you know? But I think I like, and even some of my, I don't know though. And no shade on those guys, but I do consider some people that I know like fake friends, I guess they would call them. Like they like me, I like them, we're chill, but we don't really hang out or do anything outside of school. You know what I mean? Um, or if we do, it's like very unoften that it happens. I just ran away because I got lost in thought. Uh, but yeah, so I know I'm great. I feel great. I'm pretty happy right now, actually. I have a good life. I can't really complain about anything. Um, thanks. Um, he's claiming he could never ditch me, and I'm happy to hear that. It's kind of a weird thing to say, though. I would never ditch you. Oh, thank you. But thank you. Yeah. I have to mind some of this up. I think I'm a pretty stand-up guy. You know, I tell it as it is. Most of the time. There's times where I am not perfect. No, like any human being, though. Like, no one's perfect. Um, there are times when I'm not perfect. Most of the time, I'm not perfect. But I do think morally, I'm pretty sound when it comes to, well, when video games, for example. When there's video game drama, I think I'm good. Other times morally, I'm questionable. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. Thank you for believing that, but that's not me. And I'm lazy. I'm slow when it comes to doing things. I'm definitely not I guess what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I still need to like there's so much I need to do and I just don't do it because I sit here instead. Um but you know what? I'm enjoying life. Because really though, like, so I've been taking philosophy, right? And it's like a lot of life questioning. And I'm like, well, what really is life? Like, is life really just about getting a job, settling down, having kids, and then dying? Like, is that it? Is that all that life is supposed to be? Because if so, that kind of blows. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the whole kid experience is nice and everything. And one day I'd like to experience it, but if that is all that is the purpose of life, it's just like, I don't know. I think life is really about finding a purpose, right? Like, doing something that is meaningful. Uh, because, like, and people, like, people who question this instantly jump to, like, oh, I should just kill myself because there's no purpose. But that is pointless, in my opinion, because you don't know if there's anything after, and you're just wasting an opportunity that you could use for something that you could do something, even if it doesn't matter in the long run. You know what I mean? Why the hell not do it? Like, hey, Christopher Columbus, right? He's dead, right? Now, whether or not you believe in afterlife and Ethan, I mean, I'm talking to you directly right now, but anyone who might be watching this, or me even who clicked back and is watching this in the future, uh, you know, Ethan does not. Shit, what was I saying? Even if you don't, yeah, so like Christopher Columbus, right? He discovered America, right? He did something that I guess matters, right? It's written down in the history books. Even if you're not in the history books, right? You're not really remembered. You would like, if you think about it, like, do you know who your great grandfather is? Right? Like, probably not, unless there are stories or something. Like, you will be remembered through your children and your grandchildren, unless you're like some famous guy who's done something. And beyond that, it's like, well, is that the purpose then to get put down in the history books? Like it's all about. I don't know. I'm not the type of guy who can answer that. You know what I mean? I'm not the guy who can be like, oh, here's the purpose of life, yada yada yada. And even me saying that the purpose of life is to discover your own meaning, that may not even be accurate. Like we don't know. There's no solid answer. Or maybe there is and we just haven't found it. Right. Okay, we're gonna place down what we have. You can't discover a place that already has people. Oh, true. But he discovered it for, yeah, okay, but that wasn't my point. Christopher Columbus did discover it, but he didn't because there was already people there. Yes, I get it. I understand, but that wasn't my point. It wasn't whether or not he discovered it. It was, yeah. It was something that was written down regardless. And he discovered it for the Europeans. So he didn't discover it because there were already people there, but he did open the doors to essentially all the Aboriginals being completely wiped out, and that was not a good thing that happened. But I mean, it's not like he directly started it. It wasn't really like I don't think it was really anyone's fault. Like obviously the Europeans did some pretty shitty things. Yeah, but Spain, you could argue that Spain funded the expedition to the Americas, so wouldn't Spain be to blame? You know what I mean? Like you showed it's Christopher Columbus. There's all these. I don't think it's one person. Everyone's to blame. Everyone's to blame for everyone dying. Yes, exactly. You're right. You're not wrong. But the problem is that all those people are now dead. So humans are the worst, but if humans are the worst, there's nothing to really compare them to, right? Because there's no other, like what? Monkeys are the best, I guess. But we're also the best, you know what I mean? And I think humans as a race, we've done some pretty shitty and messed up stuff, but we've also done a ton of great stuff, And I think, like music and love and laughter, like all that stuff and art, like it's all really cool stuff. Yeah. Ethan's like, nah, that stuff ain't important. I think communication, internet, you know what I mean? Opening doorways, having friendships, and bonds that you people would die for. I think yeah, humans have done some pretty. This Minecraft stream has now turned into like a life lesson of philosophy. It's really interesting, but we're actually gonna run out of resources, and we're gonna have to raid Mitchell. Yeah. Do you think maybe he left some lapis at like some of his old bases? Because I don't want to steal something from his new stuff. Like I know he'll give it to me because he's given me tons of lapis in the past, and I could text him to make sure he's all right with it. I could take out a loan, be like, "Listen, I'll pay you back." Is this wrong? It might be, but I'm desperate here. Yeah, I know. And this is why I'm saying, like, I'm not perfect. I do morally questionable things. Is stealing from someone wrong? Yeah, it is. But listen, we're gonna do a lapis raid. I think that needs to happen. Because look at this. It's half built. It's in shambles. It needs to be finished. And you know what? I think Mitchell would approve. So we're gonna go to Mitchell's old base first and see if there's any lapis left there. Because I think, he was gonna give it to you, by the way. How is it any different from what I did? Well, I'll text him and ask if I'm allowed to take it. How about that? Also, I'm going to his old base. Can I take some lapis for Nether Hub? Alrighty. I'm asking him. Okay, I just sent a message. Hello, the mink. That was a villager that got struck by lightning. Does like if he has any just hanging out in here, like this is all stuff left to die, and he was gonna give this entire base to you actually. So, oh, he's got chickens in his ores or eggs rather. He's got a lot of eggs. Well, not a lot. I have more, but that's okay if you're done with this map. I'm okay with that. I am not done with it. There are still so many projects that I want to build and so many things I want to do that even if everyone else quits, I could still see me doing it. I'm that invested. Growing jugs isn't allowed for you, server master. I think that was back when Devin was in charge. The room. Oh yeah, this is where I got the idea for my thing. QNJ's got me back, entering the end, entering the nether. What is this? Hello, I'm Cooper Leon. Okay, so these are just the two separate things. Oh, he replied. Sweet. Many thanks. Jace, I've thought about making an alt account so many times and restarting. You don't need an alt account. No, you don't. Did he take the ender chest from here? Is there anything in here? Yeah, so he said I could take Lapis, so I'm gonna head over to his new base, or his current base, I suppose. You don't need an alt account. Ethan? No. You just... I think if you were to play this... Well, I'm glad that you like us, because we like you. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes. But you do things that frustrate us. And we question why you're doing it. And I think that's... like... Oh, no. We appreciate you. I just, you know, I think that if you chose to restart, you don't need an alt account to do it. You know, I think if you truly wanted to restart, you need to, like, okay, because when you say restart, I just think, like, oh, it's like a whole new thing where you can start doing bad things again and you won't get punished because it's a different account. Yeah, no. See, what you do is you just don't do shit that would piss people off. I think Ryder, especially, definitely views it a little bit differently than the rest of us. If you do something that would even aggravate someone, it's a lot different than if Devin and I were to do it. And I don't blame Ryder for seeing it like that, because I think with you, you generally take it further than most of us would. And I think that's why he gets angry. And Ryder, you know, the way he is, he also, you know, overreacts sometimes and pre-plans stuff time and time again. But I think kicking you out was something... I mean, I don't know if it was the right thing, but I do think it was something Ryder had the right to do. Okay, I don't want to take... Like, how much Lapis does this guy have, though? Because I don't want to take all of it. Does he even have any? Hold on. Hold on. We may have an issue. Oh, no, okay. Okay, so he has Lapis. He's the man to go to if you need some. So I'm gonna take half a stack of blocks. How much Lapis is this? Because I asked him. Oh yeah, 4.5. That should be good, at least for now. If we have any more, we can, you know. Should we leave a sign just saying what we took, like IOU, 32 stacks of Lapis or 32 blocks of Lapis? Does he have a sign? I'm not taking the sign because that'll still be in the room. And he can break it if he really wants it. Maybe he doesn't have a sign. Oh no, he does. Good. Okay. Wood. Okay. I owe you 32 blocks of Lapis. The Slater Pro. I owe you. Gotta love him. Oh boy. Oh yeah, he's got some mail. By the way, the pick is a renamed pick that you gave her. Oh yeah, I remember this. I gave him the Olympic book, Vadu gave him the Gladiator match book, and Kira gave the pickaxe back. He's got some mail going down. He just hasn't been on. Ethan could never get away with this. I texted Mitchell and asked for Lapis. He said yes. I don't see why that is bad. It's not like I walked up and took it. I asked him. Right? He said yes. No, no. 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 You've never stolen something. Like, Ethan, if you were like, yo, Jace, can I take some of this? And I was like, yeah, we wouldn't incriminate you for it. You would, no. That's never happened. Okay, I think we need more glass. Yeah, we do. We need a lot of glass. We have a fair amount smelted already. I think we gotta smelt some more. We just we need a lot more sand, a lot more glass. Like separately. Like we need sand and we need glass. And there's fish spawning in this. There was salmon last time I was recording yesterday. And now there's cod. Like, you just gotta wonder. Why is this happening? Thank you for the fish. The word means a lot different to you. Oh. Yeah, probably. I'm talking more about like, you know, hey, I want a new base. I'm gonna make right with everyone. And that's what I would think, but yeah, with you it would just be like everyone needs to view me different. Yeah, you have tried, but it's like with you it's like a New Year's resolution. It's like you go out to set it and then 2 months later you break it and yeah, then we just view you as the same guy who did the thing in the first place. Yeah, no, that's pretty much what's happened. I would say. Well, because you don't do anything different, really. I mean, you're nice, you don't do anything, but you know, still not friendly towards anyone. Really, I mean, you still hated Braden for some reason. Like, I'm just trying to say examples. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I guess I need the concrete too, eh? Yeah, we need that. And we need gravel. And we need sand. And we're gonna make some more blue concrete. We need lapis too. Thank God for lapis. Lapis is the best. Lapis is the bestest of things. Yeah, I don't know. Truthfully, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, so okay, we've success. I should have made a bigger deal about the Lapis heist. That would have been a great episode. We've successfully pulled off the Lapis heist. In reality, we just were like, "Yo, can we have some Lapis?" And they're like, "Sure." And we're like, "Okay, cool." It's a pretty great heist, I gotta tell. Gotta tell ya. We almost didn't make it out of there alive. I should have put on like epic music and stuff when I was doing it. God damn it, Jace. Good job. You blew it. Blew a perfect opportunity. These solo episodes are very chill. I like them, but I gotta do some more group stuff. We have an expedition planned actually between a couple of us. I won't say quite what it is yet because we aren't sure if we're doing it, but it's in motion. Well, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's not super chill because the nether's pretty hot, but like, um, it's chill enough. There isn't anything over here, is there? Oh, I don't have the maps on me. That sucks. Do we have a way up yet? No, we don't have that yet. We should do that. Not the time, Jace. I don't know, man. I think the biggest issue here is lack of communication. I really think Ryder sucks at it. When he's angry at someone, and I don't know if he's angry at you, but I do know that when he's angry at someone, he just will not speak about it. Oh yeah, he might be angry at you. I truly believe that he is angry at you. I just think I don't think he hates you. Weren't you in the party with him the other day? He hasn't really been on. Like yesterday, he wasn't really on, from what I know. Because we left and we were gone all night last night over at the Kingsley's. So he might have been on earlier, but we left at like just after dinner. So we left at like 7 and we didn't get home till like 2 or 3. I did it again and I'm really good at this. But he just shuts you out when you're angry. He does the same thing to me whenever he's pissed at me. He just stops talking to you. It's like, oh, you should know why I'm angry. I'm like, no, I really don't. Can you tell me? He's like, oh, it's just the way he is. I don't know. I think it's like my dad does the same thing. It frustrates me. Yeah, but he doesn't want to talk about it. Like even if you know why he's angry, he won't talk about it with you. I don't. Okay. I don't know who was right or who was wrong. You know, you're gonna say that you were right, and Ryder's gonna say he was right. That's just the way an argument works. Nobody's ever wrong in these scenarios. Yeah, no, that's gonna be what will happen. He's gonna think his side of the story is right, and I don't know. I wasn't there, and at the end of the day, I could really care less. I really most of the time I think I am wrong. I mean, that's true. Most of the time you do think you're wrong. I will say this though, I don't know if banning you instinctively was the best option when you robbed from Quentin and Spy or from Spy Note because you did put it back. Really, I think it was just more of a council thing. Like Andy and Ryder were both like, okay, we should just temp ban him for like a minute here while we decide what to do. And you can blame Ryder for that. Andy was like, should we just temp ban him because that seems right? And I was like, yeah, sure, that's okay. We'll temp ban him for like 10 minutes or something. And then you started like threatening us, and then we were like, well, I don't know. Like if we invite him back, he may blow up the entire server or something. We need to let him cool off. Yeah, apparently he kicks you out though because you instantly turned on him. And that was his choice. I think he's just kind of. Yeah, but he was telling me anyway. He was like, yo, in the 2 days that Ethan's been kicked, this was, I believe, the weekend after we kicked you. He's like, in the 2 days Ethan was kicked, I've gotten more done than in what I've done in the last month. And just because Ethan wasn't here harassing me and like distract, well, he didn't use the word harassing. He probably, that's not even his vocabulary. But he was like, Ethan wasn't there bugging me and doing stuff, and I was actually able to get stuff done. And the same thing happens with me when I'm not around Devin. So yeah, this looks great though. Check this out. All right, progress. Ryder's portion of the Nether Hub. Sweet. So this here is really annoying, and I don't know what to do with it because I know I could just break it and build it up, but I don't know. So if Ryder wants me to do the snow area here, he's got to give me the snow to do it. And I've used 1 mycelium on this, and I'm just going to let it spread. Beyond that, don't care. Alrighty. This is going great. And then we just have 0, 0 to do, right? That whole desert. And I think we're done. Because beyond that, at least for now, until I decide to do like expansions, like expansion packs. But wow, the Olympic Island Nether Hub expansion pack. But maybe I'll do the swamp eventually. But I don't know. For now, that's all I'm gonna do because it's a pain in the ass, and it's not even like it's hard to build once you start building it. It's like I did a bunch of it in like an hour and a half. Like all of this was essentially done like an hour and a half time. It's really just mining it out, getting the cobblestone, clearing the lava, watching out for gas, lighting it up. That's the painful part, and then obviously you saw the sand and the gravel and the lapis that is needed to build this is just a pain in the ass. It's also one of the bigger projects I've ever attempted. Like I usually do smaller stuff and then just have a ton of small stuff, so why does Devin get away with things? What did Devin do? We talking about the panda still? Cause like, oh, okay. I thought the panda was kind of obvious. Things in general. Well, I don't really know what Devin did, but I know the panda in particular. Wasn't really anything that bad. I mean, obviously killing a panda is mean, but okay, so we should fill this in with glass then, right? We don't have the glass to do it. So, and then the other question is, I guess I gotta expand the Nether Hub out because we want the dragon pit in the Nether Hub. So we're doing another expansion. Wonderful. Hopefully this one doesn't get the entire thing destroyed. Okay. Overall, though, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Like, Ethan, I know you don't like the cobblestone, and that's fine. I mean, the cobblestone isn't... It's not like we're trying to make it look good. At least cobblestone, the walls on the roof and everything, yeah. Like, okay, are they the prettiest thing? No. They are not the prettiest thing, but it's also the Nether. So, the fact that we have something that looks kind of sort of nice is a start, you know? Now the trick is to not fall into lava or get shot off by a ghast. Should I bring a potion, maybe? Fire resistance? This is a lot of blocks I'm gonna have to fill in. Granted, a lot of it will be taken just from mining out what is already built. This actually won't... Oh, this isn't even... Oh, we just need 0. Okay, this is fine. So I think what we'll do, we'll start building the wall before we break the pre-existing one down. That way, if there is a gas that gets like a lucky shot through the wall and destroy something, we don't have to repair anything because it'll just hit the cobblestone wall. Yep, I think that's how we're going to do it. Oh. Oh, that launched me up like 6 blocks. What the hell? Gas are irritating. Gotta tell ya. There's gonna be a lot of sand required to build this. I'm beginning to realize why the nether hub is a pain in the ass. Hey, but now though, when Ryder comes through the nether hub, he's able to walk on the water. And he doesn't have to jump. So, there you go. Progress. We'll turn these into slabs. Do we have any, no. We have lots of netherrack. No cobblestone, which is not surprising. I actually just got another shipment of cobblestone from Brady and Andy, because they gave me like a large chest of cobblestone, and then I gave them a shit ton of food. And it was a done deal. That was pretty good. They're like, yo, we have literally like 12 chests full of cobblestone, and we have nothing to do with it. And Jace, do you want to use it? And I was like, listen, I'm planning to do stuff with the nether hub, and cobblestone is always a nice block to have some of, just because stone is a great material for building, like stone brick, smooth stone even, the new block, like... Playing with you guys causes pain and drama for me. I mean... Yeah, you're not completely wrong. But, like, you gotta understand too, it's not like it's all the time that this is happening. Like, it's not like 24/7 there's some new drama thing. I think the biggest thing is everyone's just making a huge ass deal about it. Like, oh, something comes up, and now that's all people will talk about. Like, even today when you joined the live stream, right? That's the first thing you mentioned, and that's the only thing you've talked about since. I think that's the problem. People won't get over themselves. Me, I don't give a shit. Drama is drama. Drama's gonna happen. That's just conflict between humans. That's a thing that's gonna happen no matter where you go. You go to the workforce, there will be drama there. Thing is, they're more professional about it. No, anywhere you go, there will be drama at some point in your life. I don't give a shit what it is. Do I mine this out? We're gonna need a little bit of cobblestone. Yeah, we need some more. Like, we can get a lot of it back just from mining this wall out, but... Thing is, drama with friends. Yeah, drama with friends doesn't always need to happen. Ethan, though, we don't know what's going on in your life, and I think that's why we give you some credit for it. Like, we understand that maybe you're going through stuff, maybe there's stuff going on, and that's why we, for the longest time, it may not seem like it, but we were pretty like easy on you, and then Ryder was just like, listen, I'm done. Like this is too much. It's like time and time after again. Ethan's just done stuff, and it's just been a headache for me, and it's not worth it. It's like, trust me, I want Ethan to just hop on the server and play with me, and we can have fun and do stuff, but that's not gonna happen. And it's like, him staying in my base is just gonna get it blown up because someone's gonna get pissed off at him, and all my stuff's gonna be destroyed because of it. So, I think that's why he was like, yeah, listen, get out. You need to do some kind of punishment too, right? For you to realize that, hey, yo, this is serious. I'm sick. I'm tired of this. I think, like, I don't know if that was the real reason. That's just my guess. But why did I just make it all in the slabs? This is gonna hurt me more than this hurts any of you. Okay. Okay, he's gone. Now I'm left confused. So he's saying goodbye. And this is what I'm talking about when people just do shit for no good. This pisses me off. Thank you, Ethan. If you're ever watching this, you just ruined my day. What the fuck? You don't pull shit like that. He was like, I could never ditch you, Jace. You're great. And then suddenly he was like, no, okay, listen, I hate all of you. Goodbye. And maybe he's thinking, it's like, yeah, it's for the greater good because I piss you all off. Change is something that is possible. I believe that. I believe people can change. This is bullshit. I know this shouldn't be one of the first thoughts in my brain. Oh, fuck. Oh, wow, that was a shitty shot. There we go. I love how when he shot at me with the fireball, he took damage. Thank you, Thorns. You're the best. Yeah, that frustrates me. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're just gonna build the cobblestone wall here, and then we're gonna wrap up the episode. You know, what frustrates me the most about this, and it's not even what Ethan did, it's the fact that he did it while on stream. I don't know why that frustrates me so much. It's like, man, I don't want that shit on here. That's personal. You just sent it out to the world, and he knows that. I don't know, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is drama. Like he's dumb. I don't get him. I really don't understand. And I guess that's kind of the point of like stepping in someone's shoes, right? Because you know, I'm not gonna understand Ethan's point of view. I never really will because I'm not Ethan. You know, he can try to explain it to me, but and he has tried, and I just don't. I can't wrap my head around it. Different ways were raised, whatever's going on. I don't know, but boy. In other news, Walking Dead is on tonight, and I'm excited about that because Walking Dead is finally getting good again. Season 7 and 8. Okay, so for anyone who has not watched Walking Dead and they are up to date on uh like the whole, you know, uh, sorry, lost in thought, my bad. Ooh. For anyone who's not been like caught up on the whole Walking Dead stuff, basically, I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna spoil something here, but I'll try not to. Season 7 and 8 were not great. I'd recommend that if you have not seen them, but you're like, hey, well, I hear Walking Dead's really good, but I dropped off at the end of season 6 with the whole Negan thing. Uh, this sucks. You know, this show's gotten awful. I can't believe that. It gets good. Like, honestly, watch like a 15-minute video just recapping on what happened. Get pissed off at some of the character deaths. Feel free to. Uh, we were too. But watch season 9 because it gets so good. And I'm sure like if you haven't if okay, unless you've been completely out of the loop with The Walking Dead, you've probably heard that Rick is no longer on the show. And how they do his quote unquote death is really well done. It's probably one of my favorite episodes to date. And I wasn't like, it was sad when we saw him leave, yes, but the episodes following his death, quote unquote death, was really well done. And I do think that the show can survive without Rick Grimes on it. And I do think it can be really well done without Rick Grimes. Do I think it would be better if they had Rick Grimes on it? Absolutely. With the writing that they have now, if they kept the original cast and they did all that, I think the show could have been 10 times what it is right now. But it's not that, and it sucks. But I still think it's better than it has been in a couple years now, and the critics are agreeing, the fans are agreeing, uh, so it's pretty great. I just they need to hang on to some of their older characters now because, especially with Rick gone, like you need these main characters like Daryl and Carol and Michonne and Maggie, and those kind of characters have been around for a really long time. They need to stay in the show, at least not forever. Like they can still be written out eventually. Especially if like okay, if they go to like season 15, then yeah, okay, maybe wrap up the show with like just Daryl or something, and the rest of them could be gone by then. But bring characters like Eugene, for example, and while he seems like a shitty character right now, you could bring him into more like the head sort of line. You could do that. He's a strong enough actor. He's a good enough character, and he's been around for a while that you can make the fans care about him. Negan is a great example of this, actually. He's only been around for, what, 2 seasons? But he's already a huge character in this season. He's got his own arc and all that stuff, and he's really good. And I think he could easily take the main protagonist of the show. As weird as that is, I think he could. He's Jeffrey D. Morgan's an amazing actor. Everyone loves Negan. You either love Negan or you hate the guy because, well, of what he did. Again, I'll try not to spoil it too much here, but and one thing I love about season 9 too is Judith. She's awesome. I don't care. I don't care who you are or what you think. She's one of the best parts of the show right now. Her and then the Whisperers, obviously. The new enemy group, which I won't talk too much about, but the new enemy group that has been introduced for season 9, they're really badass, and their backstory, at least in the comics, is really cool. And I have read parts of the comics. Right now I have read up to where we are. But if we're lining up properly, I've read the first 3 compendiums in the comic series, so that's like about 150 issues. And I would be about where we are in the show as of the season 9 finale. So the one that's not out yet. Because we are currently coming out with episode 10 as of this Sunday. I don't think this will be posted before the episode comes out. So, yeah, but it's pretty sweet. some of the whole Whisperer backstory in the comics, and I mean, I didn't get a ton of it. Oh, not really their backstory, but like what they're all about. Like, who are they? What do they stand for? Well, not one of what do they stand for, but like how do they live, right? How have they survived? What are their morals? What are their beliefs? It's really cool, and they get into some of that where I am, but I don't know if they get into more. I know like some of the characters who I've not met yet in the comics. Um, they're really cool. There's some future characters I haven't met, and then there's some characters that I have met in both the show and the comics, but I don't know the full story yet, and I don't know if they die or what's going on. I know there's quite the death toll by the Whisperers, though, that I am aware of. I know they kill quite a few characters, at least in the comics. They haven't really killed anyone in the show yet, from what I know. So that's good, I guess, depending on how you view it. Maybe you're the type of guy who's like, man, I just want them all to die. We just end this show and we just kill them. There's people out there who want that, though. Like, I'm not crazy. And maybe you are one of those people. Maybe you just want the show to end. It's like 9 seasons. Come on, guys. Wrap it up. And I do think that's definitely one of the weaknesses that the show has. It's like there's no end in sight. Like they're saying like we could easily go like another 10 years if we really wanted to. And I'm like, yeah. But I might die like at this rate. Like I'm 17, but I might die before the show ends. Like I'd be kind of pissed. At the rate that they're going right now, though, I do think they should wrap it up. Oh wow, okay, good job, Jace. I do think they should wrap it up. Not like super soon, but in the next like 4 or 5 years, maybe 6. You know, like I do think we're around like the 2/3 mark of the show. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they can go too much longer. I think they could very easily off of like money standpoint and stuff. I don't think they should go too far, because if they go too far, I don't know. Like I know the comics, Robert Kirkman's comics, he's planning to end at around 300 issues. You line that up, we'd be about halfway through the show right now. So there'd be about 18, 19 seasons, depending on how much they stretch it out. And I could see them doing that if that's what they wanted to do. But again, they could easily just continue it outside of the source material. It wouldn't be that crazy for them to do it. I just like Fear the Walking Dead, for example, is not based off of any source material, and that's getting its very own show with several characters from the main show who have crossed over now. I think it's Dwight and Morgan are the main two, if I'm not mistaken, are both on Fear. I know Morgan is for sure, and I'm pretty sure Dwight's on there now. I don't really watch Fear, I'll be honest. Fear has I don't know. I watched the first season. I gave it a chance and wasn't super impressed. I watched parts of the second season and it bored me. I hear the third season is where it got really good, but then the fourth season was bad because they killed off their entire main cast, which is fine to do in a show. Like, okay, Walking Dead, now, like, they've killed off several characters from their main cast. But this was in their 7th, 8th, 9th season. So it's okay to do that because you have tons of characters who can support it. In a show that's only been going for 3, 4, it's a little bit harder to maintain that. Like, yes, okay, you had Morgan crossover, but okay, let's be real though, nobody did this. But if you have not seen the main Walking Dead show and you only watched Fear, you would not give 2 shits about Morgan. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone would really do that, though. I feel like everyone who watches Fear watches the main show. But maybe you didn't, right? And look at it as its own universal standpoint here. There's a lot of sand I'm going to need for this. I'm going to have to restock on sand just to do this portion, because it's a pretty big area that I need to do. Yikes. This is already an hour live stream. Wow. Okay. This is taking a really long time. I think we got enough to finish it though. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this off. We're being really careful. Really trying to focus here too. On just, oh shit. I'm really trying to focus. Walks right off. At least it wasn't lava. Alright. Yeah, Walking Dead, great show. That was... So I clicked the button. I clicked the button, but I held it down instead of tapping it over and over. Oh shit. Okay. You know what? We can do it this way. And ultimately that made me walk off the side of the thing. Yeah, I'm very used to holding it down. Is it in creative mode that you can hold it down, but you can't do it in survival? Is that how that works? Because I'm pretty sure you can hold the button down. I may do a live stream where I'm just working on Stronghold, like my mini game that I'm building, because there's some bugs I need to fix and whatnot. So, I don't know. I may do an Apex Legends live stream at some point. I've been considering it, but it's not set in stone. So kind of shit at the game, and I'm gonna be made fun of because because I'm bad. Okay, don't judge me. But it's fine. We have not done a Project Aquatic episode in a very long time, but now we have, so all is well. There you go. There we go. It's all nice and cleaned up. Boom. Nether hub has been expanded. Doesn't really even look like I've expanded it too much, but we have. So, there you go. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Hopefully the last episode saved so that we can properly have 20 episodes of Project Aquatic. And we should really have a lot more than 20. You know what I mean? We should have like 50 by now. But, wait, what? Did it not? Oh, okay, it did save. Thank God. Thank God it saved. I'm so happy it saved. We actually have an episode to post. I don't know if this one will, but we have at least one. And that's awesome. That's happy. I'm happy about this. Very happy. Much happy. Many wow. Awesome. And this one is still going too. We're going strong. I don't know. Maybe we have to like choose certain times of the day to do it. I don't know why it's not working sometimes, and sometimes it is, but maybe Mixer fixed their shit. I don't know. Here we are. That's gonna be all. Maybe we'll do a base tour for episode 21. I'm not sure, but that will not be soon. Or, well, I don't know. We got a huge portion of the Nether Hub done today, and I could see me wrapping parts of the Nether Hub maybe off cam. Maybe I'll do it off cam, but I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.